I'm going to show my faith in God. I'm going to release my faith on a whole nother level. I'm not just going to believe God can light it on fire, but I'm going to give this sacrifice of precious water. Of precious water, because again, Elijah knew, maybe what not everyone else knew, that he knew that he's the one that prayed to stop that water. And likewise, he knew that he could pray and God would release that water too. But nonetheless, all of a sudden, the water was poured all over the sacrifice and God lit it on fire. God lit it on fire. God wants to light your home on fire. God wants to light your home on fire. He wants your children to be on fire for God. He wants your parents to be on fire for God. He wants your spouse to be on fire for God. God wants to light your home on fire for Him. And we need to pour out that sacrifice to God. Again, do I have to sacrifice? Do I have to give? I thought it was not about works. You're right, it's not about works. But I want more of Him. So I'm going to come to Him. You know, when it talks about the prodigal son ran to the father and the father ran to the prodigal. He didn't have to. There was no having to. But you know what? I want God so bad. God, what else? What else can I give you? What else can I put on the fire for you? What else can burn bright? What else can show you, God, to this world? And I want to pour it on. See, that's what fire does. It begets fire. A fire craves more and more and more. And we want God to light this up. Here, God. Here, God. Here's this. Here's that, God. It's something that happens as a work of surrender. And when you're hungry for God, you surrender more and more. You surrender to that appetite. A fire is an appetite for God. And we surrender more and more to that fire. And we realize more comes on it. And it becomes aggressive. It can be in your face at times. But God wants to light your home where you're on fire for God. And sometimes it's hard to control. And this is where meekness is needed. Okay, however, at the same time, man, I'd rather see people on fire for God. I'd rather see some wildfires than no fire whatsoever. And so again, you have Elijah here, and right after this, all right, let's continue on the story. Right afterwards here, you have Elijah then going to pray, and he goes up on the mountain to pray. And he says, I hear the sound of rain. I hear the sound of rain. He hears the sound. Now here's the thing, again, there was no rain. There was no rain whatsoever. All right, but he says, I hear the sound of rain. What was he listening to? Was he listening to the things of this earth? Was he listening to a rumble in the natural? No. He had spiritual perception. Why? Because again, he was pursuing the spiritual, not just the natural. He was pursuing the things of God, not just the natural things of this earth. He realized that God could provide for him no matter what, wherever he was at.